Hey, welcome to the 1019 podcast. I'm Jason. Today, I want to introduce something to you that I'm real passionate about. I want to talk about something that's simple, but not easy to live. Part of what we actually do as we live the gospel as believers today, how do we do that? What are the things that come with that? Well, we don't want to talk about just believing it, right? We all believe that the gospel's true. We don't just want to talk about it either. Um, but I want to talk about living it in our lives, in our homes, in our marriages, in our friendships, in the failures that we have, right? But also in our everyday routines and how that can be a possible thing for us. The gospel isn't just how we got saved. A lot of times we think about the gospel and, well, I got saved at this age and I just continued to live my life. But it's how we literally sustain our life on a daily basis. It's how we learn to walk. It's how we learn to walk spiritually, how to forgive others, right? It's about repentance. It's about love. It's about growing together spiritually. I think a lot of times we move on from this living the gospel theme, but it doesn't mean we work on pretending that we have it all together, right? It means trusting what Jesus has already finished on our behalf on the cross. And we'll explain more of that as we go on in future podcasts, but it means living from grace. If I could talk about that and not the pressure of having to perform, it's living from identity. And I talk about that a lot, and not the insecurity that we often feel. So in our 1019 life group, we have these conversations. These conversations happen in the form of community, with our families, with friends, imperfect people learning how to live the gospel out together, doing it through worship, doing it through the word, through fellowship, and through reading the Bible and just growing together on a daily basis. Um, so today, I'm not going to offer you any type of like formulas or fixes or any of the quick fix stuff that usually doesn't work. But I'm going to invite you into a conversation about what it looks like to live the good news together and what it looks like to live the gospel out on a daily basis. Come from an honest position, humble, and how we can do that daily, right? So what I'm going to ask you to do is when you listen to these podcasts, pull up a chair, open up your heart, and join us in on the conversation about living the gospel together with us, and what it means to be Jesus with skin to others. And so we were really excited about how God is going to use this in your life and in our lives, and how we want to do that. We're not here for money. We're not here for fame. We're not here for any of those things that a lot of people look for. But I want to talk to you about the truth of the gospel. I think this is a great format for us to do it in. You're going to hear me, Jason, and you're going to hear from Adam. You're going to hear from Cameron. We'll be on later tonight, and we'll have some more of these discussions. And we're going to talk about how men and intermingles with identity tonight. And we're going to look at the word beloved and how it forms how we live out our lives from this point forward. So looking forward to seeing you on future podcasts and joining us. I'm Jason. This is the 1019 podcast.